This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Welcome to Red Panda Report. Buckle up for two-fisted pulp action as I talk about the terrific twosome of Toronto. Red Panda Adventures, episode 31, originally aired March 8th, 2008. It was written and directed by Greg Taylor, who also wrote this copy that I am about to read to you. Return with us now to the thrill-packed exploits of the masked protectors of 1930s Toronto as they hunt down one of their oldest and most diabolical foes. But with mechanical walking bombs appearing all over the city, it looks like the world's greatest criminal mastermind just became the least of their problems, to say nothing of the unknown threat of the mysterious Red Squirrel. So, this is a great episode. It was a lot of fun. I don't really know how to talk about it because it gets into spoilers later on for the show, and I don't really want to spoil the whole story, and I don't want to, oh golly, make it, I don't know, I don't really want to spoil the whole story, and all I can say is this is another bit of brilliant screenwriting, or, storytelling overall. I just said this last episode, I feel, or 2 episodes ago rather, because the last episode was the Christmas one, which was fantastic, that it's amazing how Greg Taylor has this ability to tell these long-term stories where he's seeding things and showing us glimpses of the future even, or hinting at things that are going to come up again in the future in such an interesting way. And this listen through, I caught something that I believe is going to be doubled down on, or there was a seed that was planted this episode that I never noticed before that will sprout in the future. And I knew about the thing that happened later. I knew about the fruit of it, but I didn't know about the planting of the seed here. And I'm really impressed by that because I realized, oh, now I think I know exactly what they're talking about. And it's even kind of lampshaded a little bit in the episode itself. And it's just really cool. So I don't know. We get to see that there's this feisty Red Squirrel character from the future. We don't get her name, I don't think, but we do realize that she is Kim Baxter. That's her name. Going from Katja, Kit Baxter, to Kimberly, Kim Baxter. And she's got a guy, Zach, she works with at least one guy. He's her man in the chair from like the Arrowverse. And I don't know how old that superhero Trent is. He's like the Overwatch, like Barbara Gordon Overwatch, or Oracle, I should say. There's, as somebody who grew up in the 90s, it feels a little bit like a Batman Beyond kind of reference. I'm confident that Greg Taylor probably watched Batman the Animated Series, despite the fact that he's about 10 years older than me, but he just feels like the kind of guy who would have watched that. And being the kind of guy who watched that, he feels like the kind of guy who probably would have watched Batman Beyond at some point. And there's something about Red Squirrel that does feel a little bit like Batman Beyond, even though we don't get that much insight into her as a character and into her exploits specifically. So I can't really say. I'm just going off of what I guess from what I'm seeing here. And Batman Beyond is a really cool show, really interesting character, and really interesting idea. But that's not something I'll go into right now. But this, superhero taking on, or somebody in the future taking on the mantle of a superhero who is famous, let's say, and has a very big shadow to fill is a fun idea. It's a cool idea. It's something I appreciate, and I think it's something done very well here. And even though we get just the slightest glimpse of it, we get to see that Kim, as Red Squirrel, has her own rogues gallery, and one of the enemies of hers wants to, be like Skynet and send robots into the past and kill her, or kill her mentors or her inspirations before she can ever be born. And they have no idea that she's connected directly to Baxter, and to Kit Baxter, that is. And, the fact that she's got the name Baxter, she uses the name Baxter, Kim does, with Red Panda, gives us a doubt as to who she marries, how she marries, what goes on. Does Kit remain unmarried and somehow have a child, and then that child goes on and they all have the Baxter name. Does she marry a man named Baxter? If Red Panda is in fact, going to become her husband in the future, does he coincidentally have the last name Baxter as well? There's lots of different ways that could work out for that to be her name, just off the top of my head. And it's rather interesting. The actress who did the voice, I don't remember her name, but I'm pretty sure she played one of the versions of the Golden Claw, and she's got a lot of attitude and a lot of spunk, so very much like Kit, which is super appropriate, and I like that. It's a lot of fun in and of itself, and yeah, I don't know, it was a great fun episode. I really liked it, and I love all the little hints for it in the future. I almost think I want to come back to this after certain things happen in the future. We'll see if I remember at that time, because it's going to be a while away. It's, far off on the horizon. Maybe I can't even see the horizon yet of where this will be. But yeah, that's what I have to say about this. It was a lot of fun. We get more hints about time travel. We know that Red Panda went back in the past before to fight Kid Chaos, and that Dr. Chronopoulos has some sort of time machine, time platform in his basement or in the museum somewhere. And yeah, maybe this won't be the first, or maybe this is just the second of many time travel references. One other thing, I wasn't sure if the genie, let me see if I can find it. Look this up. Red Panda Adventures. The genie. I feel like this isn't the genie's first appearance, but I can't remember where he appeared. I guess it would have been in season 2, and that bothers me a little bit that I don't quite remember when the genie last showed up. So let's see. Red Panda. Hold on. So I looked on the wiki and I found he's mentioned at the end of episode 13, The Hand of Fate. I think they have to run off and go deal with him. He's mentioned in episode 20, which is Monkey Shines, which is where we meet the Mad Monkey. And then his next appearance is here in the Red Squirrel. So he hasn't had his chance to play a major role yet, but he does appear in interesting places in the future, which I will not talk about at this time. Yes. So until next time, check out more of check out Red Panda Adventures. It's fantastic if you haven't done so already. It's too great not to look into, and I've talked about it here. There's a lot of proof of it being a fantastic show, a fantastic story overall. Again, you can check out the novels, which are wonderful, and you can check out my short story, Karuv Midnight Angel, which will be linked in the show notes, as well as my other work that I'm doing, writing various types of stories, and that's all on the website, mjmunoz.com. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, share, and subscribe. I invite you to comment, ask questions, and share your thoughts with me. It's always more fun when you're part of the conversation. Until next time, be well and hold high the lamp of justice. Visit mjmunoz.com for more of my work and help me build up the Fortress Fiction.